Okay, so what if living longer is actually the wrong goal? I know, it sounds a bit counterintuitive. Modern medicine has done an absolutely incredible job of giving us, well, significantly longer lifespans. But when we look really closely at the data, it's becoming super clear that we might literally be measuring the wrong metric entirely. 12 and a half years. That is a frankly terrifying number. This represents the average health span gap in the US right now. That's a decade and a half spent at the very end of life, burdened by chronic disease, disability, and just generally poor health. It sets up this urgent, undeniable need to fundamentally rethink our whole approach to aging. Because we don't just need more years right, we desperately need better years. So, welcome to this explainer. I am so excited you're here today because we are totally redefining longevity. We're going to explore the cutting-edge, science-backed interventions for optimizing your physical, mental, and cognitive performance at absolutely every single age. All right, let's dive into this. Here is our agenda, our roadmap out of the trap of modern aging and into a vastly better life. We'll hit the health span gap, the era of peak span, why exercise is the ultimate drug, fuel, fasting, and sleep, the biology of connection, and wrap up with the centenarian decathlon. Section 1, the health span gap, and the trap of modern aging. For most of human history, a really long life was kind of a myth. Fast forward to today, and we routinely survive well into our 80s, but often we're managing some pretty debilitating conditions while doing it. And that brings us to a crucial definition, health span. It's the portion of a person's life spent in good health, totally free from significant chronic disease or physical and cognitive disability. Because, let's be real, we don't just want to accumulate years on a calendar, we want actual vitality. To get that vitality, we have to make a massive fundamental shift. We're moving from what we call old medicine, which is basically managing decline and treating diseases after they already appear, over to medicine 3.0. Now, medicine 3.0 is proactive, preventative care. It's aimed at optimizing wellness and intercepting diseases before the symptoms even start. And this is absolutely crucial, because over 80% of deaths for people over 50 who don't smoke come from just 4 main diseases: cardiovascular, cancer, neurodegenerative, and metabolic disease. We have to proactively defend against them. Section 2, the era of peak span, aiming for 90% capacity. This is a brand new concept emerging from recent university research, and it goes way, way beyond just being disease-free. Peak span means maintaining at least 90% of your peak physical and cognitive function across your entire lifespan. So things like fluid intelligence and cardiorespiratory fitness, they naturally peak around age 25. Peak span is the deliberate, active pursuit of holding on to 90% of that absolute maximal capacity as you age. When you map out the difference between average aging and optimized aging, it's completely wild. Normally, there's this steep, average decline that most people suffer by the time they hit 80. But by applying very specific, science-backed interventions, we can actually hold on to that 90% threshold. So it's not about magically stopping the clock, it's about changing the trajectory of the aging curve entirely. Section 3, exercise, the ultimate drug, and training for life. So how do we actually pull this off? Well, as Dr. Peter Attia famously notes, exercise is the single most important longevity drug we have, bar none. It is literally the most actionable behavioral lever we have. It's clinically more powerful than any medication currently in existence. Just to put that into perspective, the mortality risk reduction you get from high cardiorespiratory fitness significantly outperforms the risks associated with smoking or having diabetes. No contest. To truly maximize this drug, Dr. Attia outlines 4 distinct pillars. First up is stability. That's the absolute foundation to prevent accidental falls and injuries. Second is strength. Heavy resistance training not only maintains your muscle mass, but it actually promotes neural growth in your brain. Third is Zone 2 aerobic training, which makes your mitochondria super efficient at oxidizing fat. And finally, VO2 Max, or Zone 5 anaerobic training, for peak high-end performance. Now, pay attention to this number, 5x. Having an elite VO2 Max, meaning you're in the top 2.5% for your age group, results in a staggering 5-fold reduction in all-cause mortality compared to those with below-average fitness. 5 times. We literally do not have a single pharmaceutical drug on the planet that even comes close to a 5x reduction. And if you're sitting there wondering how to even start improving that VO2 max, longevity researcher Dr. David Sinclair has a remarkably simple rule of thumb. Lose your breath for 10 minutes 3 times a week. That's it. This creates a state of hypoxic stress. It forces your tissues to adapt, and they start pumping out chemicals that slow aging, build muscle, and dramatically improve blood flow. Section 4. Fuel, fasting, and sleep. The foundational biology of recovery. Of course, you absolutely cannot train that hard without recovering even harder. Let's look at 3 specific metabolic levers here. First up, protein intake. The standard daily allowance, it's simply not enough for longevity. Aiming closer to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight is critical to prevent age-related muscle decay, which is known as sarcopenia. Second, nutrition timing. Simply eating less often reduces constant metabolic stress and literally slows down your aging software. And finally, sleep. Getting 7 to 9 hours is non-negotiable. Chronic undersleeping directly triggers insulin resistance, while deep sleep triggers profound physiological repair and memory consolidation. Section 5. The biology of connection, going beyond the physical body. Optimizing your physical hardware just isn't enough if you ignore your mind and your environment. This is a profound finding from the landmark Harvard study of adult development. They found that loneliness acts as a biological toxin. It's literally comparable to smoking or chronic alcoholism. The quality of your close social relationships is actually a more powerful predictor of your physical health in old age than your own genetics. How crazy is that? To really harness this cognitive vitality, you need to engage in novel, challenging learning experiences. Doing new things actually increases a protein called BDNF, which builds a cognitive reserve for the future. We must embrace neuroplasticity, the incredible fact that new neurons can grow until the very end of life. By cultivating social connectivity and leaning into the aging brain's natural capacity for empathy, we protect our minds just as fiercely as we protect our muscles. Section 6. The Centenarian Decathlon. Reverse engineering your aging. This right here is Dr. Peter Attia's brilliant framework for ensuring you actually achieve that peak span we've been talking about. Here's how the mental model works. Step 1. Visualize yourself at age 100. What specific physical tasks do you want to be able to do? Is it picking up a great-grandchild, lifting luggage into an overhead bin? Step 2. Assess your current metrics today. And Step 3. Train backwards. Because of natural muscle decay over time, you have to train aggressively today to ensure you have a large enough reserve of strength so you don't drop below the capacity needed for those specific tasks in your final decade. And look, if you think it's somehow too late to start, longevity has moved entirely from this fringe biohacking niche to a massive mainstream priority. 73% of consumers aged 55 and over are currently taking active steps to improve their health span. It is never too late, and certainly never too early, to start making these behavioral changes for your future self. So, I want to leave you with this provocative thought as we wrap up this explainer. When you visualize your final decade of life, what exactly do you see? What specific events are in your personal centenarian decathlon? You have the tools, you have the data, and you have the roadmap. It's time to start training today, not just to survive, but to truly thrive at every single age.